California Bay Area was my home for over 6 years. I'd woken up every day in the same bed, in the same room, in the same house since I was 5. 7 years later, I'm sitting on my empty bed frame in my empty room in a different state. All I have is a few cardboard boxes filled with books and clothes and the hope that Southern hospitality was going to get me through my first few months at a new school. At first, everyone seemed a little more judgmental than my old friends. It seemed like there was no room for error in what I did, out of the fear that I would be judged if I did something wrong. I didn't want to do anything that would be seen as stupid by my new friends, so I kind of let them pick and choose what I did or didn't do. The first time I met anyone at Pace was at middle school football practice. We started before the school year began, practicing 4 days a week, and all I wanted to do was be the quarterback. Now, being the blonde kid with long hair from California, everyone started calling me Sunshine from Remember the Titans. It was funny at first, I guess, but then it kind of started getting on my nerves. Our coach decided on running a 2-quarterback setup. That meant I'd be sharing time with another guy on the team. And I was constantly paranoid that he was going to surpass me in either skill or status or both. I remember if I messed up a play in a game or I made a bad throw in practice, it was like I could see the glaring eyes of my teammates and hear the judgmental murmurs. The same routes that I had been throwing every day since 2nd grade were making me feel sick. I was too busy asking, am I good enough? Was that a good throw? Is he better than me? I asked this because I wanted constant validation, no matter how I actually played. I even remember times when I knew I was playing well, and I still asked my teammates what they thought. It must have been an ego thing. I wanted constant validation and praise from others because I couldn't find it within myself. As the football season ended and my schoolwork picked up, I didn't have time to worry about anything except turning in my assignments on time. But as November rolled around, people started talking about the musical. I remember one day I was talking to a group of my friends, a few of whom had played football with me that year. Jeff Klingler walked by and he turned to me and said, "Gus, you should do the musical. It's going to be awesome." Under the kind of judgmental eyes of my friends, I said, "I don't know, maybe." When he walked away, one of my friends turned to me and he said, "Gus, please don't do the musical. That's weird as hell." This froze me. It was like he took a sledgehammer to everything that I had valued up to that point, shattering it like glass. This person who I thought I'd really liked was telling me not to do something that I really loved, and I couldn't put the pieces back together. Maybe he is right, I thought. Maybe it is weird. And if he thinks it's weird, could everyone think it's weird? Can I really be an athlete and an artist? So I had asked myself, do I, A, be in the musical, but have risk of judgment and criticism from my peers? Or do I, B, play it safe, without that chance of criticism, but losing the chance to do something I love? My parents helped me reach a decision. They said, "Gus, if you have something that you truly love and want to get better at, who cares what anyone thinks?" My mom's a professional opera singer, and so I usually take her advice with anything that comes to that happens to do with musical theater. It occurred to me that if she had listened when people were telling her not to sing when she was little, she would have never made it where she is today. And when I signed that audition form, it was like I was signing all my nervousness and embarrassment away. So, what did all that fear get me? Well, there wasn't actually anyone that judged me in the musical. Even my friend who had discouraged me at first eventually realized how important it was to me, and he was one of my main supporters while I was hitting the high note in my solo song. To think I'd spent all that time worrying about something that hadn't even happened. I learned it's okay to be insecure in a new place, but it's not okay to pretend to be someone you aren't. Now, I love all of Elvis's music. Sometimes my friends give me a hard time about liking oldies so much, but it doesn't really matter to me because it's just the music I like listening to. Here's a dumb example, but if you like Nickelback, you should love Nickelback, even if your friends can't stand it. I'm allowed to say that because no one actually likes Nickelback. Enjoying things personal to you is incredibly important. Don't let others take these things away. Because the moment you let other people pick and choose what you do or don't do is the moment that you lose part of yourself. Like Elvis says, truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. So instead of trying to hide what you love, embrace it, and it will truly light up your life. I've learned that value is not given to me by other people. It comes down to what I think, what I feel, and what I love. It doesn't matter whether another person tells me I'm enough or not, because I'm never going to change who I really am. Thank you.